Welcome once again. So in this video, we'll try to cover how we can create a database table. Okay. And after creating a database table, we'll see how we can insert the record. Okay. And along with this, we'll see how we can create the data element and domain for the same. Okay, so all these things we'll try to cover in this video. And if you remember a previous video, I told you how we can create a first program on ADT, okay, using ABAP class, as you can see here. Okay, okay. So if you want to run the same, then you can press function. I'm in F9 key, or you can directly run from the from the top. So as of now, I'm using function key F9. Now you can see, just ignore this is a previous output is coming, so you can clear the console output using this clear. Okay, now I'll try to run the same using F9. Now you can see in ABAP console we are able to see only hello world. So today we'll try to create a database table, so that we can store the data in the same. So to create the database table, what you need to do, so choose the package, new, other repository, and put data dictionary. And in data dictionary, we have two options: to create a data element and to create the database table. Okay, so here we just want to create a database table, then we'll select the database table option. Then next, and put the database table name. Let's say I just want to create a data for booking table. And table name always start, custom table name always start with Z or Y. Okay. If something is not starting with Z and Y, it means it's a standard table which is provided by the SAP. And if you want to create your own table, then that prefix prefix must be start from Z or Y. Okay. So you can use Z or Y. So let's say I am using Y booking demo, then put the description booking table, and here you have to provide the package. So we have created this package, if you remember, and this is a custom package, that's why it is starting from Y. Okay, so do next, and it is asking for TR, so do finish. Okay. So now you can see some predefined keyword is coming and some predefined annotations is coming. Okay, and along with this, one key field is coming which denotes a client. Okay, client means it denotes on which client you are working. As you can see, this is a trial version, and here you can see this is a trial version, and 100 denotes the client. Okay, it's a 100 client. Okay, so it means it denotes the client, it means this table is client client dependent. Okay, so in a real world you can see different point for a single system. Let's say 100 is there for coding, and let's say we have 110 is for the data where we do testing, and we have a testing data, so and so on. Okay, so it depends on the system landscape, what type of system landscape you're having. Okay, so here client and ABAP.CLNT, it's a predefined ABAP type, okay, which is provided by SAP. So along with this, I just want one more key field that is called booking ID. Okay, so I just need its type should be integer. So when you will press Control and space, then you can see the suggestion. We have four types of integer: integer 1, integer 2, integer 4, and integer 8. Okay, one denotes to single value. One denotes to we can use one value as an integer. Two denotes to we can use up to two values as an integer, and 4 and 8 and so on we are having. So as of now I'm using integer 4. Okay, then along with this I just need booking. After booking ID, I just need customer name. Okay, and this customer type should be character, and its length would be 50. It means it can store up to 50 characters. Okay, and here you can see after colon we are we are defining the technical attributes. What type of value this field store. Okay, customer will store a type of a character. Okay, and here we are directly we are using predefined types of ABAP, as you can see here. So here we have here I'm implicitly defining the type. Okay, and there is another way to defining the same. So let's say I just need to declare uh, uh, declare a type for a customer. So how we can declare the same using a data element. Okay, so data element, I'll show you what is data element exactly does. So first we have to create a data element. So how we can create the data element? So select our package, go to new, and the same way other, and put data dictionary. And here, as you can see, we have an option to create a data element. Select. Now data element, we put the data element name. Let's say I just want to create a data element for customer. Okay, data element, for customer. Next, it is asking for data. Finish. Then here we are different option. So data element, for the data element we have to define its types. I mean for what would be the type of this data element. What would be the technical attribute for this, that customer data element. So here we have a different option. Okay, so either we can use predefined type. Okay, in predefined type we can select the type, whatever types. I mean there are lots of predefined types available, which is provided by SAP, as you can see here. And here we have different types are available, as you can see: char, client, CUKY for currency, which is to the time, which is to the currency, and CU double R, and we have dates format, which is to the dates, and DC. Lots of formats are available. You can see from here. Okay. So as of now, I just want to create a data element for field customer. Okay, so customer name always, customer name should be character. So how we can choose? If you will use predefined, then you can use character. Okay, but as of now, I don't want this. I'll create a domain for the same. Okay, so first I'll create a domain. So domain always start with the, that customer domain. D denotes to domain and DE denotes to data element. Okay, and do okay, enter the customer name and click on this. um, and yeah, and change. Yeah, I just want to create a domain now, so we have to change its category first. Then put the domain name. I just want to create a domain name with this, that customer D. Okay, then click here on type name. Then it will ask for its description. So domain for customer, and it will ask for the package. So put the package, that demo web basic, and do next. And it will ask for the data, do finish. Okay, now in domain you can see it is asking for the data type. So I'll check the predefined data types. So now here I'll choose this one, char, and length should be 50. Okay, and activate the same. Okay, now our domain is activated. Now just go back to, domain is nothing. It stores the technical information of a particular field. Okay, so what should be the type of a particular field? It should be character, or it should be numeric, it should be integer, or it should be string. So whatever property you have, whatever property you want to select, so that thing you can decide at domain level. Okay, so here I created a domain which is having a type of character and its length is 50. Okay, now same domain I'll use within a data element. Data element is nothing, it stores the information. It denotes the information, or it denotes the label, field label basically. So as you can see here, we have an option. We have an option to define a domain within a data element. So recently I created this data element. So I'm using this. I'm using no, I'm using this domain within this data element, and along with this, um, at right hand side you have to define its description. So this data element is for customer. So I am putting a label for this field is for customer. So that's why I'm putting a label. So data element is used to define the label only. Okay, and within data element we use the domain, and domain in use to store the technical attribute of a particular field. So just activate Control F3, or you can use this button. So now our data element is activated. Now I'll use the same. Within our table. Okay, as you can see here, I'm using ABAP.char 50 directly instead of using the data element. Okay, and as you can see here in domain, I'm using the same data type char and 50. So you can use both way. Okay, and you can create the type directly here, or you can create your own domain, own domain and data element and use here. So as of now, I'm removing this. I will create I will use data element instead of this. So what data element I created? That cust DE. Okay, and Control F3. Okay, so why we should use data element? So here one question is why we should use data element instead of direct declaration of a particular field. Okay, so if you will use in real time you have to create a data element, okay, instead of this direct declaration. Okay, why we have to create a data element? Data element basically comes into picture whenever you want to reuse the same. Okay, so uh, so this is the beauty of a data element. You can reuse this same data element. Okay, same data element that saves in several places. So that is the so that is the benefit of data element. Okay. So after customer, I just need passenger. So it should be integer 2. Then after that, I need email. Okay. So for email, again, I'll create a new data element. And in the same data, in the new data element, I'll show you that email de put the package name. Next, finish. Yeah. So we have created a data element, that email de, and here I'll use the domain. If you remember earlier, we have created a domain with that customer D. So I'll use the same domain within a new data element. Okay, and you can see here it's type char 50 is coming by default because this data element is accessed and recently we have created. So same data element we are using within a different, and in same domain we are using within a different data element. So as you can see, we are using the same domain, okay, at multiple places. So this is the way to reuse the same. So here data element and domain provides the reusability functionality. That's why we prefer to create a data element and domain instead of directly defining defining a field using a type. Okay, as you can see here, if I'll for booking ID we are using ABAP.id4, we cannot reuse the same, and we cannot define the field label for booking ID. So this is the drawback to use the same. So it's better to create a data element and domain. Okay, so here I created a data element for email. So I'll put a description, email ID, short text, long text, medium text, and activate the same. So now our data element is activated. Now I'll use the same here, that email de. Okay. Now after email, I just need a country, and just to save time, I'm using its types directly instead of instead of creating a data element. Okay, just to save time, I'm using the same. But when you guys create a table, so I prefer to create a data element for all fields, then use the same in the table. Okay, so after this I need date, booking date. So this type should be timestamp. Timestamp is a uh, predefined type. Okay, if you will choose this, select timestamp and press F3, then it will navigate to its type. And as you can see, it's a domain, predefined domain is there. This is a standard domain. As you can see, timestamp. This is not starting with ZNY. It means it's a standard. And you can see its type is decimal and its length is 15. Okay. So this will store the date, and I need travel date, which will store the travel date. And in this also I am using the same predefined domain. And after this I just need a cost. You can say fee. So here I'm using ABAP dot curve, and here I'm using 15. It means we are defining, this field can store up to 15 15 places, uh, 15 values with 2 places, with 2 decimal places. Okay, it can store the value up to 15 integer with 2 decimal places. I'll show you in the debug as well, so don't worry. Then after this I just need currency, so it will store what type of currency you are using, like in a currency you are using, or US dollar, or European dollar you are using. So it's up to you. So here I'm using its type CUPY. This is already predefined, and last I just need last change. This will capture the username, which denotes the creation time of a particular record. Okay, that's it. And then here you can see one error is coming. It is saying annotation with reference to currency code for fee is missing. Okay, so it is asking for a reference field. So here we are defining a fee. Okay, and fees and fee fields is asking for a reference field. Okay, so to define a reference, we have to use a annotation called semantics. amount dot currency code, and here you have to define the currency. Okay, so how you can define the currency? So put the table name. Okay, then here in table name we have a field called currency. Now you can see error has been removed. So it means our our internal system not able to understand what type of fee you are using. So here we have to tell the system we are using a fee as a type of a currency, whatever currency you are using. That's why we require a reference field for the fee. Okay, so whatever calculation or whatever currency value we will capture in this. So here we have to tell the system what type of currency, in which currency you are getting a value. Okay, you are getting a value, what type of value you are storing. So in that case, we have to type, we have to define its reference. Okay, for a particular, for a field called fee. That's it. So all errors has been removed. Activate the same using Control F3. So now our table is ready. We have created the table successfully. And if you will execute the same using F8, then you can see here client, booking ID, customer, passengers, and as you can see, we don't have any record as of now. Okay, so this is a different task to store the record in the same. So I'll tell you, this as well. Okay, so as so in this video, as of now, you learned, what are the types available. Here, as you can see, we have different types available, which is provided by SAP. We have a type called integer. So in integer, we have 4 types, as I told you. We have int1, int2, int4, int8. It's up to you which one you want to use. Okay. So int stores the integers value. Okay. And apart from this, we have a type called character. And if you want to see, we have a type character, and we have a type currency, which is to the currency value, and we have a type of currency key, which is to the what type of currency you are using, and CUUR is to the currency value. Okay, so these are the types available here. Or if you want to see, if you want to explore more, then you can navigate here. You can open any the existing data element, then select the same and press F3, then it will navigate to you on the next screen. And you can see here we have a type name, and if you will browse the same, then it will show the existing domain. Okay, so click on type name, so it will navigate to you to your domain. Okay, so this is the existing domain. domain. So yes, if I'll say here, if I'll navigate our package, as you can see, we have created two data element. Okay, and along with this, as of now, we have created one table, and along with this, we have created one domain as well. So I'll open the domain, and you can see here we have a type there, and if you click on browse, then you can see here we have different lots of types available, which is provided by SAP. So from here you can choose any type, okay, as per the requirement. So if you want to store any quantity or something, then you can use quant type, or if you want to store the string, then you can use a string. So there are lots of types available. You can explore the same from here. Okay, so we have created a table, and now I'll show you what are the types of what are the data types available here in available. So I'll show you in the in our programming. So here I'll show you how we can declare the data types and variables, how we can declare. So I'll show you here quickly. Okay, let's say if you want to declare a data type. Okay, so let's say you want to declare a variable. So you can use the keyword data and type. So as I told you earlier, we have a different types available. So let's say I just want to declare a type called integer. So we will use I, okay, to declare the integer. And let's say I just want to declare any string. Okay, any string. So we have a type called string. We can use the same. Then if you want to declare any constant, so you can use LC. LC means local, L denotes to local, and C means constant. Okay, string, and here you have to define the type of a constant. This type should be string, and put the value, and here you can define the local constant having its default value. Okay, so this is the way to declaring a variable. Variables. Okay, then okay, let's say you just need to declare a constant for integer to store the integer. And then this type should be I, and value should be okay. So this will store the integer value. Okay, then so this is the way to declaring the variable implicitly. I mean variable explicitly. Okay, then okay. Now we have a different technique to declare the ABAP value using the inline declaration. So this is the new way to declare the ABAP values. Okay, as an inline declaration, I'll show you how we can declare the values as an inline declaration. So to define the value as an inline declaration, you have to use a keyword data along with the briefs along with boxes. Within boxes, you have to define a variable, and here you have to define a directly put any text. Hello world. So here this will I mean this LV where one will read as a string. Okay, let's say I just want to declare an integer value, so you can use lvint1. Here you can pass the integer value, let's say 676. So in this case, this lvint1 will treat as integer. Okay. Okay. So this is this is the oldest way to declare declaring the variable. And this is a new way to declaring the variable directly using the inline declaration. Okay. So, so here, so here you learned how we can declare the variable in the ABAP directly. Directly using explicit statement. Okay, and how you can use the same using inline declaration. This is the new way. So It's prefer to use this way. As of now, this is the new way which is provided by SAP. Okay, so you in most cases we'll use the same, and it saves the time as well, and it's okay. It saves the declaration as well. As you can see here. First, you have to use this, and after declaring this, you can use the same. Okay, I'll show you how you can use the same. Let's say very okay. So as you can see here, to get the total, first I have to declare the variable as a type here. Then I am using the same here lvvar. So lvvar we are let's say instead of lvvar I'll use this lcint. So here, and I am storing this into lvvar. It means, as you can see, local constant int having the value 65767. Okay, and in 65767 I am adding 2, and I am storing this in this variable. Okay, so we can use the same using the using inline declaration as well. I'll show you how. So what you need to do, put lv value. Okay, and here put a constant, same constant int plus 2. So now you can see both piece of code is same, but the thing is, on the same line we are using a declaration directly here. Okay, using the data statement. So here it saves the saves our time. Why? Because as you can see here, we are using only one line of code. Okay, and if we use this concept, I mean explicit declaration for a variable, so here we are occupying two lines of code. As you can see, first we have to declare its type, then again we are using the same thing, same variable here. Okay, so as you can see, at line number 21 we declare it first, then we are using the same at line number 26. But in inline declaration we are declaring the same, on the same line and using the same on a same line. Okay, so it saves the lines of code. So that's why we prefer to use the inline declaration. Okay, and if you want to see its output, then I'll show you its output as well. So you can use out, right? And put the variable name. And we will just saying Okay. So I'll be where to, and here I just need to display the same, but I'll change its variable. Okay. So let's say I'm replacing this 2 with 4. So here output should be 65767 plus 4. Okay, let's say 3. I'm replacing this 3. So here output should be this value plus 3. It means it should be 65770. Okay, and if we'll see this line of code, so here output should be 65767 plus 2. It means 65769. Okay, so here output should be 65770, and here output should be 65769. Okay, activate the same using Control F3. So I'll for time being, I'm commenting this using Shift, Control, and arrows. Now execute the scene. From here, run as ABAP console, or you can use press F9. So now you can see here output is coming as expected. Okay, so it means both piece of code is working fine. Hope you understand how we can declare the variables. Okay, here within this class. Okay, hope you will like this video, and if you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe our channel, and also one most important thing, practice, and so don't forget, practice the same. Okay, otherwise you will forget this concept. So as per my understanding, you have to practice these things at your end as well. Okay, so in the next video I'll try to cover how we can how we can insert the data in the table, and as you can see here, we have created this table, but as of now we don't have any data. So in the next session I'll show you how we can insert the data in the table. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.